What if I ask you to introduce a person who can sing with both a female and a male voice at the same time? You all will surely present together as a united front. Well, who else can you imagine? Of course, DIMASH Kudaibergen. Or, worst case scenario there, I don't know, some Vidas or something. But wait, today I'm gonna tell you about an amazing, super interesting and unconventional vocalist, about a guy who went through some serious shit in his life but managed to succeed and, I dare say, conquered the whole damn America with his unique and mind-blowing voice.
I pray you'll be alright.
Certainly, as numerous individuals could comprehend from the title, today we will discuss the Filipino vocalist Marcelito Pomoy. So, as I already said, Marcelito was born in the Philippines in the city of DIMASH. And here's where it's not the same old story where a person from childhood loved music, sang, and had musician parents, and in general the whole atmosphere around him was built in such a way that the only thing he could do was become a musician. There was a completely different story here, as they say. First of all, it's worth mentioning that Marcelita's mother left her son with his father and went to the capital of the Philippines, Manila, in search of a better life. Meanwhile, while dad swiftly ended up in jail.
Now that's a twist.
During his early years, Marcelito resided with his father in prison, and subsequently one of the prison guards, who held great sympathy for the young man, made the decision to become his adoptive parent, and at a very tender age. So Marcelito parted ways with his biological parents and couldn't find them for a long time. But that's not the point now. Marcelito grew up as a bright and extraordinary young man. He loved to sing from childhood, and many say he imitated the singing of birds at the bird factory where he worked. I believe that is true only to some extent. I believe he was genuinely interested in singing and would frequently serenade his small birds. But the most interesting thing is not even that, but the fact that a person who has never studied singing demonstrated truly unique abilities in this craft. During his teenage years, Marcelito discovered that the people he was living with were not his biological parents, leading him to hastily decide to leave his home. And he made ends meet with various odd jobs, one of which actually was working at a poultry farm. This young man's life was, you could say, not a piece of cake because he had to spend nights sleeping on the street. He was truly bumming around, and at a certain point he even had to panhandle on the street. However, he did not give up on his dream. He truly loved to sing a great deal, and one of his greatest idols was none other than Celine Dion herself. He imitated her singing and the singing of her partner Andrea Bocelli, and he did it incredibly virtuosically, despite the fact that he never studied anywhere, as I already said.
And help us to be wise.
Give us faith so we'll be saved.
And now I would like to touch a little bit on the topic of his voice. Many people claim that it's really a rare phenomenon when a person can sing with two voices at the same time, a male and a female one. Certainly, currently this won't surprise anyone, as there truly are many singers, countertenors in abundance. Well, there are singers like DIMASH Kudaibergen or, for example, Rahman Satyev. I think here they are very similar to Marcelito because Rahman can sing with a pleasant velvety tenor, and at the same time he has a very beautiful shade of a female sound in the head register when he switches to falsetto sound. By the way, I was telling you about this singer. We did a reaction. I'm like the first one in the Russian-speaking internet who shed light on this singer, you know. The link will be in the hint, so make sure to check it out if you haven't seen it. But nevertheless, despite the fact that there are a whole bunch of singers with similar voices, Marcelito stands out precisely because he convincingly sounds in the chest register with such a dense, rich tenor sound. You could even say a baritone sound.
There's only you in my life.
And when he switches to his head voice, it is difficult to refer to it as falsetto. This is similar to an authentic female voice. I recall a famous performance by singer Nick Peter, who sang a duet from cartoon Aladdin with two voices. It was memorable for me, and he did it convincingly. If you close your eyes, it might seem like two different people are singing.
I can show you the world shining.
Every turn of surprise.
So Marcelito has taken this skill to a godly level, you could say, because he sings so cool and technically in both the female and male versions, and both of these versions are just magnificent, absolutely breathtaking, truly awe-inspiring. In this sense, he can truly be called one of the most unique singers. But let's return to his story. Therefore, at a certain juncture, his colleagues and acquaintances began to observe that this individual possesses a genuinely multifaceted and extraordinary voice. And they recommended that he take part in the competition Philippines Got Talent, and this guy completely amazed the judges. And it was amusing to observe as he effortlessly outperformed genuine professional singers, one could say, with ease. The most important thing is that thanks to this show, he managed to finally reunite with his family. I don't know this mother for sure. We saw him on TV with dad and decided to meet up. Or maybe the show's editors found him mother and father for the sake of, as they say, drama. But in general, the man ultimately reunited with his family and was extremely happy. Naturally, following such a remarkable achievement with Marcelito, numerous individuals desired to sign a contract and publish albums. Following that, he released his first ever album titled Duet Yourself on the renowned Star Records label. Then he went on to perform in many countries in Asia, Dubai, and many other countries. He was invited to corporate parties, performances, and many other events. And he gradually reconstructed his house. Simultaneously, he encountered his prospective spouse. Right now, they even have a daughter, so little by little, this person's life started to get better. However, the second surge in popularity occurred in 2018, when he performed well-loved songs by Celine Dion, Andrea Bocelli, and numerous other artists in his distinctive style on the Metro Manila radio station, once again generating buzz and capturing people's attention. The radio station's performances gained millions of views on YouTube, and Marcelito was noticed by Ellen DeGeneres, a well-known American TV host. She invited him to perform on her show, and he actually sang the song Prayer and performed a song from the musical Beauty and the Beast.
Stars go on each.
Unbelievable! So amazing! So amazing!
But most importantly, he managed to tell that he was always inspired in his work by Celine Dion, after which Helen decided, as they say, to arrange a meeting for him with his favorite singer. And in Las Vegas after the concert, Celine and the group were able to meet up, take some pictures, and even chat. But that's not even the most interesting part, because in 2020, he was invited to America's Got Talent, The Champions. This is a competition where winners of talent shows from all over the world performed, including Marcelito. Naturally, he took the stage and performed his signature songs. Everyone just sat down from such a shock, because such a cool level of performance I think America's Got Talent hasn't heard in a very long time. However, despite the enthusiasm of the jury, he was unable to win the show due to the presence of highly competitive opponents, and ultimately, he ended up in 4th place. However, I think Marcelito is not too disappointed about it, because it really placed him on the global stage, you know. Many say if you conquer America, you'll conquer the world, but Marcelito also prefers not to forget his homeland. He is consistently involved in a multitude of charity concerts and actively engages in philanthropic endeavors within the city where he resides. In this particular story, what I truly appreciate the most is the person's immense passion for art and singing, which ultimately led them to achieve a remarkably high level of wealth and cultural integrity that is truly admirable and inspiring. Well, folks, that was quite an interesting story. Write in the comments if you liked Marcelito's vocals and if you knew about such an outstanding singer. And if you were aware, then please write. Perhaps I overlooked a few intriguing details. Well, as usual, your beloved friend Alexander Umanchuk was present alongside you. And do not forget to like, comment, follow on social media, and subscribe to this channel, and keep being such pleasant and positive individuals. Until we meet again, friends.